Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24, where our 48-65 Athletics play host to the 66-47 Cleveland Guardians to begin the episode. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise mode content as we get into the month of April. Less than 2 months to go in the 2025 season. On the mound for the A's today will be Jose Butto, who's struggled since being acquired at last year's trade deadline. He'll step on the mound today and begin his day against Jose Ramirez, who will begin it by chopping it on the first pitch over to Geloff, and that will be the first out. We'll take a look at this Guardians lineup. Cleveland in lead in the AL Central. One of the best teams in baseball, and they definitely made some moves at the trade deadline. They acquired Kerry Carpenter from Detroit, William Contreras from Milwaukee, Nolan Schanuel before the season started from LA. I mean, they made some moves, and they're trying to make a run at a title. Nolan Schanuel up next will strike out swinging for the second out of the day. Going to bring up Josh Naylor in the 3-hole, and he will chop this over to third, where Jacob Wilson will make the play, and Butto will go 1-2-3 to begin the afternoon. On the mound for the Guardians, though, will be the 2020 AL Cy Young Award winner Shane Bieber. Not going to be easy for the A's, as Bieber's having another stellar season, named to his third All-Star appearance this year. And he'll begin the day by striking off Geloff, as that is a fastball on the edge for out number 1. Robbie Martin will then swing and miss on a changeup, no questions about that one. And now with 2 down, Adam Frazier in the 3 spot today, he swings and misses on a fastball. So Bieber will strike out the side. Top 2, well, here's Kerry Carpenter at the dish, and he's going to crush one to deep right field, and that is going to be the first run of the day. A monster shot from Kerry Carpenter, the former Detroit Tiger, acquired recently last month towards the deadline from the division rival Tigers. They gave up a good bit for him. It pays off here. A solo shot now 1-0. Butto will then strike out William Contreras, trying to settle back down after the long ball. David Fry up next also will swing and miss for strike 3. So quickly 2 down now for Gabriel Arias, and he'll chop this one over to first. Noto with a stab at it. Butto will cover. Guardians do get 1, though, in the top of the second. We go bottom 2 with 1 away, and Brent Rooker is going to get that run right back. Tees off on one deep to left field and over the scoreboard and gone. A solo shot for Brent Rooker, who really has struggled with hitting consistently here in this series, but we know he has the pop in his bat. Just hit his 15th homer of the season. I would just like for him to be a little bit more consistent. He hits under 200. That number needs to go up, but he ties us up at 1 apiece. We'll go later into this ball game. Zach Jackson will come in relief in the 5th inning. Butto just doesn't have the highest stamina. He only goes about 4 or 5 innings. So Jackson will get the 5th. He starts off the day by striking out Andres Jimenez. Jose Ramirez up next, pops one up for the catcher Shea Langoliers, and he will make the play for out number 2. Nolan Schanuel up next, 2-0 pitch to him, and he's going to lace one deep right center field, and this one's going to clear the fence. A solo home run for Nolan Schanuel, who goes deep. Still surprised that the Angels traded him at the beginning of the season to the Guardians. He's a very bright young bat. Hits his 10th home run of the season, hitting over 300 as well. And he gives the Cleveland Guardians in this one a 2-1 lead. Josh Naylor now up next. He will draw a walk, so Jackson struggling with his command after the home run. And he'll actually be pulled after that pitch. Mason Miller will come in relief, trying to get the final out here of the 5th inning. As it'll have to do it against Kerry Carpenter, who's 2 for 2 on the day. He's going to make it 3 for 3. Singles up the middle. Inning stays alive. 2 on now, still looking for that elusive final out. William Contreras, 3-1, will draw a walk. Fastball misses barely. So now his base is loaded. A big spot for David Fry, but he dribbles it right over to Geloff. That'll end the 5th, so could have been a lot worse. You go bottom 6. The A's try to get another run back as they trail by 1. This will be a good start, a perfect hit from Geloff. So he's on first base now for Robbie Martin, who will lift a fastball to center field, but that will be an out, as camped underneath it is Garrett Mitchell. So now 1 away for Adam Frazier. 3-2 pitch. He swings through a fastball. Just couldn't connect on the high heat. Bieber got his 8th K of the day, and that'll take him now to Ryan Noda up next. Trying to keep the inning alive. He has a single back in the 4th. He'll get another single here as he hits this one into left field. So now 2 on for us. Inning stays alive. How about Rooker? He had the solo homer earlier in this one, and he's going to go around on strike 3. I don't think he did. We get nothing in the 6th, leave 2 on. Joe Barlow will then come in relief, our Rule 5 pickup from this past offseason, one of our best relief pitchers. He tries to get one more out here in the 7th, and he will, so he comes in relief and gets the out needed. Hector Neris will then come in the 7th for the Guardians, who was acquired from the Cubs about a week ago, deadline week for Tyler Freeman. He's trying to keep this a 1-run lead, as it's going to begin with Shane Langoliers going down the line for a single. Good start there for the A's. Remember, no Soderstrom in the lineup as well. He's currently dealing with a minor injury. Should be back for the next series. Jacob Wilson will then draw a walk, so quickly 2 on now for the A's for Logan Davidson. And he's going to turn on one and hit it into right center. That's going to score a run. RBI single for Davidson. We're tied up at 2 apiece off the big hit from the young man. And it's still nobody out, runners on the corner. We have a chance to do even more damage as the Guardians are going to turn it over to Trevor Stefan. Neris doesn't get a single out in this one. Big Alan Duhar starting in right field and replacing the Soderstrom injury today, and he lifts this one to center. Not sure if it's deep enough to tag, and they will not send the runner, so they don't test the arm. So now it's 1 down. Geloff, 0-1 pitch to him up next. He hits this one to right field, and it's going to drop Be Fair. That's going to be an RBI single for the A's. They take their first lead of the ball game, 3-2. Still runners on the corners, 1 out. Robbie Martin up next, though, will hit into a 6-4-3 double play, so they'll stay just a 1-run lead. But the A's at least have a lead, so they'll set it up here in the 8th with Lucas Urseg, our closer last year, who's been more of a setup man this season. He begins by striking out Contreras on the high cutter. Gets some fishing. David Fry up next. He swings and misses on the high sinker. Good inning here for Urseg, trying to strike out the side. Here comes Gabriel Arias up to the dish. He singled back in the 4th. He faces a 1-0 pitch, and Arias will fly this one to center, and Urseg does a good job getting a 1-2-3 inning and preserving a 1-run lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th now. Even Gabots, the former Cincinnati Red, acquired in June for Yan Gomes, will take the mound, trying to keep this a 1-run deficit. Adam Frazier leads off. He chops the changeup right into the dirt, and that'll be out number 1. Ryan Noda got 2 hits already on the day. He's trying to make it a 3rd as he lifts a fastball to deep center field, but it'll be easily caught by Mitchell. 2 down now for Rooker, and he will look at strike 3. I don't think that's a good call again, but nonetheless, it's the 3rd out of the inning, so we'll go to the top of the 9th. John Brebbia in relief, trying to get the save. He was a trade candidate at the deadline, but we didn't get any good packages for him, so we held on to Brebbia. So he's still the closer. He strikes out Mitchell to begin, and then he gets Andres Jimenez to fly to deep right field, as Andujar will get underneath it. So the game down to Jose Ramirez. 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be strike 3. He gets called on the corner, and the A's will win game 1 by a final score of 3-2. Good fight for the Athletics to come back and win this game after trailing a couple times in this one. Pitching was pretty solid. Brebbia gets player of the game thanks to shutting the door down, and the offense did just enough to get the victory. So we take game number 1, and we also take game 2, 8-4. Shea Langoliers had a solid game, going 2 for 3, hitting his 10th homer of the season and 3 RBIs, as he's now hitting above 200. We're going to make a roster move after this one as well. I feel like giving Ken Waldichuk another chance in the rotation. I know he struggled at the beginning of the season, but he's pitched really good in AAA. And honestly, I'm thinking about moving Butto to the pen because he just doesn't have the long-term stamina to be a starter. So I want to see how that goes for Butto in the second half of this season. We're going to send down Seth Brown back to AAA. And we lose game 3, so we don't sweep the Guardians. They win 5-2. As Jacob Wilson, though, had a perfect 4-for-4 day. The young third baseman looking really good. I'll take us to the second half of this episode where we'll see the Miami Marlins. And this is an exciting game because it is the first time we're going to take a look at our newest trade acquisition. Mick Abel will be making his second start with the Athletics. He made his first one in the last episode. We didn't see it, but he went 6 innings, only gave up 2 earned runs, and got the win in his first start as an A. So he's looking to build off that. He is a rookie. It hasn't been the best season for him in Philly, but so far it looks like he's getting acquainted well in his first start in Athletics uniform. So we'll see how he does today, starting off with Garrett Hampson of the Miami Marlins, as he will pop this one up over to shortstop, where Davidson will make the play. We'll take a look at this Marlins lineup. First, we just saw Garrett Hampson. We'll see Victor Mesa Jr. up next in center, followed by the two-time NL batting champion Luis Arraez, Anthony Santander in right, Jesus Sanchez in left, Josh Bell at first. A couple of rookies, Troy Johnston at DH and Jacob Berry at third, and then finally Nick Fortes behind the plate. Victor Mesa Jr. up next will rip this one into right field. That's going to get down for the first hit of the day, and the second-year pro out of Cuba has his second double of the season. So a runner already in scoring position for the Marlins will bring up Luis Arraez, and he'll swing through a fastball. 96 gets him. Nice pitch there by Abel. Brings up Anthony Santander, who's going to rip this one right to center. But I don't think Rooker had to move a muscle, as that'll get through the first. On the mound for the Marlins will be another Cy Young player today, the 2022 NL Cy Young Award winner, Sandy Alcantara on the mound, having another sensational season. Zach Geloff will lead off for the A's, and he almost takes Alcantara's head off on the first at-bat of the day, a single into center field. Robbie Martin up next, who struggled a little bit since coming off of injury, and he will strike out here for the first out. That'll bring up Tyler Soderstrom, who's back after his minor injury, back in the lineup for this series against Miami, and he will pop up to left center for the second out of the inning, as there will be a no tag against the throw. And we'll take a look at the Athletics lineup today. We've seen the first three with Soderstrom back in it. We'll see Ryan Note up next in the 4 slot, followed by Brent Rooker in center. Adam Frazier is in left field today. Jacob Wilson, the rookie, at third. Logan Davidson at short, and Shea Langoliers at catcher, as we are 13th in the AL in slugging this season. Note up next, it's a hit and run on a 1-0 pitch, and he lifts this one into center, where it will be caught by Mesa to end the first. We'll go into the top of the third now. Abel still hasn't given up a run, as this one's a big hit from Fortes, and Frazier gets a slow jump. It'll be over his head up against the wall, and Mick Abel will give up a leadoff double here to begin the third. Takes the Marlins back to the top of the lineup. Here's the speedy Garrett Hampson, who grounds over to second, but Geloff will bobble it and allow Hampson to reach first. So an E4 does not help matters. You got runners now in the corners, nobody down for Victor Mesa Jr., who doubled back in the first. 3-1 pitch to him. He's going to sky it into left. Frazier will charge, and there will be no tag against the throw. So runners stay put. One down here. A double play gets you out of the inning now. It'll be Luis Arraez up next, too, and he's going to get plunked, but he actually goes around. So that's strike 3. So 2 down now for Santander, and he swings through a fastball. So Mick Abel gets through the jam. Beautiful showing there. We go bottom 5, as it's been a scoreless game so far. Sandy Alcantara looking like a Cy Young today, as he gets Davidson to begin the bottom of the 5th by flying out to foul territory. How about Langoliers? He's riding a 9-game hit streak coming into this game, and it's not going to continue here. Chopper over to second. That's a quick 2 down. Takes over to Geloff, who's perfect on the day, 2 for 2, but he gets sawed off here, breaks his bat, and well, that'll be the 5th inning. Both pitchers scoreless through 5. We go top 6, Mick Abel back up at the plate, and he plunks Arraez. That's the second HBP of the day for Mick Abel. The sliders run inside, but then a beautiful curveball will get Anthony Santander looking for the 4th K of the day. And then I'll bring up Jesus Sanchez. Doubled back in the 4th as a runner on first here. Rips it into left, but Frazier will get to it. So a quick 2 outs here in the 6th. We'll bring up Josh Bell, a 1-2 pitch. He hits this one down the line. It slices and stays fair and also stays in the ballpark. That's some trouble because the runner on first is going to be waved home, and it's going to be an RBI double for Josh Bell, the 2-time All-Star. Breaks the tie. It's 1-0 here, and that'll do it for Mick Abel. He goes 5 2/3. A great showing for him. Just didn't get the run support, and is now on deck for the L unless something changes. Mason Miller will come in relief, and he'll get the final out of the 6th for the Marlins. Strike first. We'll go bottom 7 now. Alcantara still on the mound here for Miami, by the way, just pitching sensational baseball as he begins the frame by getting Frazier to fly out to center. Jacob Wilson up next. The rookie gets jammed, but he's going to poke this one into the outfield for a base hit. Jacob Wilson having a great season so far as a rookie. He's on first base now for Logan Davidson, who has a 1-0 pitch, and he's going to pop this one up into foul territory where Fortes will make the play. So 2 down now for the 9-hole hitter Shea Langoliers. 1-1, hits it into right, and that will get down. Inning stays alive. Shea reaches first on a single, which means he will extend his hit streak up to 10 games. A pretty solid stretch here for Shea right when he needs offensively. We also have 2 on, 2 down for Zach Geloff, and he's going to single up the middle. Runner will be waved home. He will score. It's no longer a tie game, or it is a tie game, actually. 1-1 off the RBI of our leader, Zach Geloff, in that category. That'll also do it for Alcantara. They'll bring in the lefty Andrew Nardi. An interesting decision because the righty Robbie Martin is up next. So a good opportunity here for the rookie from Georgia, but he's going to chop it over to the first pitch to third. Need to be more patient there. That ends the 7th. We're going to the 8th now. Joe Barlow will take the mound as he inherits 2 down here in the frame. Miller did a great job in relief, and Barlow will get the final out of the inning, grounding Santander over to first. We'll go bottom 8, where we'll see a familiar face. The former Athletic from last year, Trevor Gotts, is now here in Miami, and he's pitching pretty good with the Marlins. He starts off with Soderstrom, who whacks one over to third. Nice effort over there by Barry, but he can't get Soderstrom out. So Soderstrom will reach first, and we'll get some more speed on the base pass. We'll replace him with Daryl Hernandez. So he's on first for Ryan Noda, who will chop this one in front of the plate. Cortez will charge it, but can only get the runner at first. So now it's almost like a sacrifice. Runner in scoring position. How about Brent Rooker up next? He looks at strike 3. High curveball hits the zone. So now 2 down for Adam Frazier, and he can't capitalize. Grounds over to Hampson. That'll end the 8th, still tied up at 1 apiece. We go into the 9th. Lucas Erceg will come in relief after the first 2 batters get on base from Barlow. So Erceg's on some damage control here. Trying to keep this one a tie game. He walks the first batter he faces. So bases loaded and nobody out. A crucial situation here for the Athletics as Jacob Berry steps into the batter's box. He faces a 3-1, and Erceg's not even close. So he walks in a free run for the Marlins. They take the lead without swinging the bat. It's 2-1. Bases also still loaded with nobody out, but thankfully Fortes will swing at the 3rd strike. So 1 down now. Gary Hampson next up the middle. Davidson with a great effort, but can't make the play. It's 3-1 Marlins. Everybody is safe. And Miami's still threatening. Victor Mesa Jr. up next. 1-0 pitch. He skies this one into shallow grass territory. They're going to wave the infield fly, so he is out, and everybody stays put. We need one more out, so we're going to turn it over to Tony Santillan out of the bullpen. We claimed him off waivers earlier in the season. He needs 1 out here. He's going to give it to Luis Ariz, and Luis Ariz will deliver for the first time today. He gets on the base pass, and it's a 2 RBI single for the 2-time NL batting champ. Marlins have busted this game wide open. It's now 5-1. As Santillan will then get Anthony Santander to pop out in foul territory. But now Miami with a 4-run lead into the 9th. No longer a safe opportunity, so we'll turn it over to JT Chargois to try to wrap this one up. Starting off with Jacob Wilson, who will hit this one up the middle, but Hampson will make the play for out number 1. Logan Davison up next, 0-2. Chopper over to first, and a great diving effort by Bell will get him. Good defensive play makes the game. Will come down to Shea Langoliers, who with an 0-2 pitch will hit a sinker into right field, but it will not fall, and the Marlins will take Game 1 of this 3-game interleague showdown in Sacramento by a final score of 5-1. This game was just kind of a synopsis of what's been going on with the Athletics the second half of the season post All-Star break. Pitching has been inconsistent, giving up too many free runners. And the offense, I mean, they hit the ball. They just don't hit for good production. I mean, high hit counts, low run route. And it leads to another loss here to Miami, who gets Game 1 of this 3-game series. So some bad news to start the series, and unfortunately the news will get worse. In Game 2, Wilson will damage his knee cartilage. He is done for the season. So our top rookie, who's been playing good this season, will not see the end of it. We do win Game 2 6-2. JP Sears with a 6-inning solid performance and 1 earned run. But obviously the bigger story, no more Jacob Wilson this season. It's unfortunate because he's having a great rookie campaign. He played in 18 games. He was hitting .328 with 3 home runs. Hopefully he can get healthy for next season. So, of course, to fill the roster spot, we're going to call up Seth Brown again as he continues to fluctuate between the majors and the minors. And we win Game 3, 5-4 in the 10th inning as the game-winning hit was delivered by Dale Hernandez. And then Daniel Susac also had his first career home run in that game. So, Nice win there. Wins that series as we get ready for a road trip now. 3 games in Cleveland next episode, followed by 3 games in Milwaukee. We'll see it all as we get deeper into August and closer to the end of the season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.